Are you struggling to create a routine for your baby's sleep, feeding, and playtime? Do you feel like you're constantly guessing when your baby is hungry or tired? Are you feeling exhausted and overwhelmed trying to keep up with your baby's schedule? You're not alone. The good news is, creating a routine for your baby can make a huge difference in the way they sleep, eat, and play. And we're here to help. Welcome to Yardy Baby. If you're looking for daily baby-related tips and tricks, you've come to the right place. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for more helpful videos. As a new parent, it's normal to feel a little lost when it comes to creating a routine for your baby. Babies are so small and helpless, it's hard to know what they need and when they need it. But the truth is, babies thrive on routine. Having a schedule for their sleep, feeding, and playtime can make a huge difference in the way they eat, sleep, and develop. But we know it can be overwhelming to create one. That's why we're here to help. In this video, we'll be showing you how to create a routine that works for your baby, so you can finally have some predictability and peace of mind. First, it's important to understand your baby's natural sleep patterns. Newborns typically need to sleep for 16 to 17 hours a day, while older babies may need around 14 hours. Keep in mind that all babies are different, so it's important to observe your own baby to figure out their specific needs. If your baby is having trouble sleeping, try to establish a bedtime routine that includes a bath, lullabies, and a book. This will signal to your baby that it's time to sleep. Next, let's talk about feeding. It's a good idea to create a schedule for when your baby eats. For example, you can feed them every 3 to 4 hours during the day, and every 4 to 5 hours at night. But again, keep in mind that every baby is different, so you may need to adjust the schedule as you go. It's important to note that a baby's feeding schedule will change as they grow. As your baby gets older, they'll be able to consume more milk or solid foods in one sitting, and they'll be able to go longer between feedings. Now, let's talk about playtime. Playtime is an important part of a baby's development, and it's important to create a schedule for it as well. You can incorporate playtime into your routine after a feeding or before a nap. Playtime is not only fun for your baby, but it also helps them develop their motor skills, learn about their surroundings, and improve their cognitive development. At first, your baby will only be able to play with simple toys like rattles, but as they grow older, they'll be able to play with more complex toys like blocks and stacking cups. One of the most important things to keep in mind when creating a routine for your baby is flexibility. You can have a general schedule, but you'll have to be flexible enough to make changes when necessary. For example, if your baby is having a growth spurt, they may be hungrier or need more sleep than usual. If your baby is going through a developmental milestone, they may be more fussy and need extra attention. When things like this happen, it's important to adjust your schedule accordingly. Lastly, it's important to remember that creating a routine for your baby will take time. It may take a few weeks or even months to figure out what works best for you and your baby. Be patient with yourself and your baby during this process. And remember, it's okay to make mistakes. You'll learn as you go and you'll get better at it. It's also important to involve your partner or anyone else who takes care of your baby in creating the routine. Having a consistent routine that everyone follows will make it easier for your baby to adjust. And also make sure that everyone who takes care of the baby knows what the routine is and what to expect. Another important thing to keep in mind when creating a routine for your baby is to maintain consistency. Stick to the same schedule as much as possible, even on weekends or when you're traveling. It's important to keep the routine as predictable as possible for your baby to feel secure and comfortable. Creating a routine for your baby may take some trial and error, but with a little patience and persistence, you'll find a routine that works for both you and your baby. Remember, every baby is different, so what works for one may not work for another. But by understanding your baby's natural sleep patterns, creating a schedule for feeding and playtime, being flexible and consistent with your schedule, and involving others who take care of your baby, you'll be on your way to creating a routine that works for you and your baby. And remember, subscribe to our channel for more baby-related tips and tricks.